Chat. Hello. Hello, chat. Hold on one second. Cat. Hi, cat. There's a cat. Hello, Puck. Oh man, I do not know about this outfit, chat. This outfit is making me uber nervous and I don't like it. First of all, my legs look like shit, and second off, I do not like this outfit. Anyway, chat. Hello, everybody. Dude, oh my god, it's so hot in here too. Fucking goddamn it. I'm glistening, chat. I'm glistening. It's too fucking hot. I literally ran the AC like all day today, and it's still so hot. Nip slip incoming? Like, I'm hoping not. Like, jeez, this is very scary. Like, just gonna do that, chat. I'm just gonna pull it down the entire stream. And that way, I know nothing bad will happen. We'll be fine. What's poppin'? Me in a second. My titties in about 5 minutes. It's huge from her hard work. Who's the most, like, famous US femboy? I would not say Nano. Because if you're including Nano, you're including her because she's, like, famous because she does, you know, prawn, right? Like, Nano doesn't stream on Twitch that much, right? Like, she didn't get famous from streaming on Twitch. She got famous for showing her kidneys on Twitter, right? So if we're including prawn femboys in the list, then I'm pretty sure there's quite a few femboys who are more well known than even Nano. Like, you know, what is her name now? Like, it was Ella Hollywood. Now she's like, I fucking forgot what the new name is, which is sad. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know who I'm talking about. It's like, you know, there's definitely like other femboys in like the Gene Hollywood. Yeah. Soda Cat. That's who I'm thinking of. Soda Cat. Yes, it's Soda Cat. Soda Cat must be like way bigger than Nano, right? I don't actually know the numbers on this, but even if we're just talking about like Twitch femboys, I'm pretty sure Cow has got me beat by a considerable margin. Pretty sure Cow has got me beat. Out of all the US femboys on Twitch, the main notable ones are like me, Cow, and like Maddie. I think Maddie's like, I think Maddie unironically like surpassed me. Maddie's it's kind of like the student surpasses the teacher kind of moment. I helped bring Maddie into existence. I'm not gonna say I fully brought her into existence, but I helped. If it wasn't for me, Maddie would not be where she is. At least I like to think so. So you know what? Whatever Maddie does well, I can take a piece of that. You know, I can be like, yeah, I helped with that. So even if Maddie is more popular than me nowadays, it's okay, because you know what? I helped. I don't know. Does Peachy Bun call herself a femboy? I don't know. But I mean, I'm including femboy and trans like in the same vein. Like if you're gonna, and then I guess at that point, if you're talking about who's the most famous like trans femboy, Hunter Schafer is probably like blows even Finster out of the water, right? Like Hunter Schafer like blows everybody out of the water. You're mad bright. Am I bright? I'm worried that I'm gonna have a nip slip, so I'm like constantly like I just gotta puff my chest out, and that way it will create tension, so then I don't have to worry about it so much. Didn't Finn date Soda Cat? No, there was like some drama about like, I don't remember if it was Soda Cat or somebody else, but like there was some drama about when Finster went to like Japan with like Mr. Oh wait, no, that was like that other person, because there's that Mr. Beast person who wanted to meet up with Finn in Japan, and they were with Soda Cat. No, that was, yeah, no, Soda Cat and Finn were in Japan together, and then there was that the I forget what their name is, but like the Mr. Beast person that was there with them and was like upset that they weren't getting fucked or something like that. There's just some like grade A, like, Twitch streamer garbage drama that, you know, I'm happy to say I don't think I've ever had that kind of drama on my channels. You know, that's nice. Eva, Chris Tyson, right. There was some fucked up shit with that one. Wouldn't be terrible if you had another BP nips. You had another one? Did I have one before? I hope I didn't. In season 2, Euphoria, Hunter Schafer played with more with gender more, talking about taking on more mask qualities. I hate that, man. Why do we have to do it? I hate that. I hate the gender non-conforming, like, I'm a girl boy and I'm a dude with a beard and I have a dress on. I hate that. I hate that. If you're gonna go feminine, go feminine. If you're gonna go masculine, go masculine. Mixing the two sucks. Stop mixing it. You have 5.3k followers, but Manny has 3k followers? I'm talking about more, like, average viewers. I don't really care about, like, the follower number specifically. Because you can have, like, a ton of followers because you get, like, up there really quickly, but then you drop off. Like, there's people who get less average viewers than me who have more followers than I do. So it's like, I don't really care about, like, the specific follower number. I'm like, I care more about, like, what my actual average viewership is. But I don't pay attention to that much either, because it makes me feel bad. So, I don't like looking at that. I also don't like streaming and then looking at my viewer count and going, oh, it was what I'm doing right now, not popular. Like, if you're looking at your viewer count while you're streaming, 100% you're gonna, like, take yourself out. It's like, number one streamer tip, Astra tip, if you're a streamer, don't look at your viewers. It's just it's just gonna make you feel horrible. No matter, like, how big you are. It's just, like, you can be, like, 5,000 average viewers, and then you'll see it drop by, like, 200, and you'll just be like, why? What did I do? What did I say? What did I do? Moogie, look at chat. There's a Moogie. And there's a puck. Moogie and a puck. How bad is this up there? That's not that bad. Not that bad, chat. Okay. Right there, like, that's so scary. Look at the chat. You can see my back. This season of Euphoria is supposed to be the last season, isn't it? What a streaming pile of rubbish. I've heard people say it's garbage. I just know there's one scene that has Hunter Schafer in it, and it's very grapey. It's the only scene, it's the only thing from Euphoria I've seen. I've heard Euphoria is good, but it looks really lame and gay. But that's the one scene I saw from it that I was like, maybe I should give this show a try. 60 streamer period. I'll take that. I'll take that label. You know, I might not be the biggest streamer, chat. I might not be the most popular, but I'm the sexiest. What a waste of Sydney Sweeney's booba. Dude, I've been hearing people talk about Sydney Sweeney. Like, I don't care about Sydney Sweeney, dude. Maybe I'm just not a boob person. Especially right now, because my boobs are trying to, like, make a special guest appearance, and I'm not having it. Astra show, special guest appearance, my titty. Please. I'm about to go get some, like, duct tape and, like, just tape him up real quick, just to make sure I can, like, not be so worried right now. It's because, like, I can't wear a bra either, because, like, the middle part here is open. So it's like, it's very challenging. It's not so much this one I'm worried. It's just this one. So if I could just, there we go. I could just do that. We're good. It's just Nip Nops will be making an appearance at 43 minutes. Don't jinx it, dude. Incoming Astra 769. Women attracted to men, but into Sydney, not into Swin, but into Sydney Sweeney. Shocker. I mean, like, listen. Not into, yeah. Women not into women. Women attracted to men, not into Sydney Sweeney. Shocker. Yeah, well, listen. I feel like I can judge women pretty well. Like, I can tell you if a chick is hot or not, you know what I mean? Like, I would consider myself to be bisexual, right? This is so fucking scary. I'm, like, so nervous. Oh, I'm so nervous. Safety pin? And where am I gonna pin it to? My skin? Astra's bi? I would consider myself. It's more like 80-20, though. So it's like 80% not... 80% into dudes, 20% into girls. But, like... I guess maybe not even. It's more like 85-15, maybe. Have you kissed a girl? And I liked it. No. No, I have not. I've never been with a girl romantically. I'm what they call a golden gay, Chaz. I've never had sexual intercourse with a woman. Ugh, who would want to do that, right? Honestly, though, I couldn't date a woman. I feel like I couldn't. I feel like I would go insane. If I tried to date a girl, I would probably go insane. I don't think I could do it. Mainly because, like, I like to be the bottom in the relationship, and so that's, like, I feel like if I was dating a girl who's trying to be a top in a relationship, it never works as well as you want it to, right? They always, like, try to, but, like, no matter how much they try, they can never really get rid of the woman inside them, and so it just never works out. It just never works out. And plus, like, you know, lesbians get dick envy, where they, like, wish they had a dick. And it's like, if I was in a relationship with a woman, I would be very much wishing that I had a real dick. You know what I mean? Not like I have it, but like, you know, my partner has it. Like, I can't... I don't know. I guess maybe I should say, because I've never tried the other side. I've never tasted the other flavors. But, like, I don't know if... I don't think it could beat, like... Listen, that's all I'm saying. This has already gotten way too TMI. I'm Puss in boobs is laughing uncontrollably. You use a strap-on? But that's never the same, though, right? Like, that's not the same. Like, a strap-on... Plastic and silicone will never recreate the feeling of flesh. You know what I mean? It just won't. It just can't. It just isn't. The thing about, like, silicone, too, is that it's hard. Like a dick, like a real dick, has some give to it, you know? It's warm. It's got some give to it. It's not, like, so, like, thick. But in order to, like, keep its rigidity, like, dildos are so hard, or either too soft to do anything, or they're so hard that they're more painful than, like, a real dick. Like, I feel like real dicks are less painful because, like, even if someone's got, like, a very girthy schlong, you know, it kind of squishes down to at least not so painful. You know what I mean? What does it smell like? What does what smell like? Strap-on is a replica of a firearm of the penetration world. Yeah, it kind of is. It really is. It's a good... It's vegan. It's like vegan meat when it comes to having sex. It's just not there. It's just not there. What about a transgender woman or a transgender man? I probably... Okay, this is gonna sound fucked up, but I probably wouldn't want to date a transgender man. Just because, like, I'm not... Like, the idea of a guy that's, like, hairy and, like, you know, kind of chubby, because they're always chubby for some reason, that has no dick, it's just, like, I'm not attracted to that at all. There's, like, no part of me that's attracted to that. You gotta have the dick, right? Or at least be imposing, you know? But I feel like I've met one F to M that was so convincing I did not know. I've met one. They do exist. I would say it's probably easier for an F to M to pass than it is for an M to F to pass. But the thing is, I think it's actually harder for an F to M to find, like, sex, because there's less people who want to fuck an F to M than there are people who want to fuck an M to F. Like, there's a lot of people who want to fuck M to Fs, like, a lot. But there's, like, the fetish for, like, F to Ms is way down. You're allowed to have preferences, okay? Not according to the woke ones. Not according to the woke left. The D is real. Cancelled. The impossible penis. Exactly. I don't know. It's just like, you know, if I was... I don't know if I would date a trans woman either, though, because, like, I guess, like, if I was... gonna, like, if I wanted to fuck a man, I'd just fuck a man. Like, I feel like a transgender woman, unless they're, like, really hot. Like, unless they pass really well. Because if they don't pass really well, then they're basically just, like, fucking a twink, right? And this might be canceled. I might be canceled after saying this shit, but a trans person who doesn't pass very well is just effectively a twink, right? They don't, at least that's what they look like. And so do I want to fuck a twink? Not really. Not really, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. Twinks and effeminate males are, like, the opposite of what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to masculinity. Like, the more masculine you are, like, that, I want body hair. I want, like, the girth of your waist to be, like, 3 times the size of mine. I want to feel small in comparison to the person I'm with, right? And so, like, a twink, like, you know, like a twink, like a full-on, like, twink, just, especially when they, like, they go way too thin, like, body weight-wise. So usually trans women are underweight, which is very true. But a lot of times they don't have, like, the hips or, like, the meat to pass, like, to make it work. So they just, like, they end up just looking like Auschwitz victims, and it's just kind of not, it's not attractive. It's really not attractive. Dad bod fan. Honestly, like, dad bods are not, you know, they're underrated. Astra likes beer bellies, confirmed. Women who say they don't like beer bellies are lying to you. I'm only afraid of 2 things, women and the police. I'm not afraid of the police, but women? Oh. After everything you've been through, you're uncancelable. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that, but... And I don't know, I think, like, if you're... It's fucked up, and I feel like it's annoying that I feel like I'm not supposed to say it, but genuinely speaking, if you're, like... If there's, like, an F to M, and they're, like, very far into their transition... Honestly, it doesn't even matter how far they're in. If they're an F to M and they want me to, like, treat them like a guy, I'm probably not gonna be into it sexually. Just sexually, anyway. Because you just don't have the piece, right? You just don't have that thing on you. It's just, it's like, again, it's just, like, diet dick. It's just not it, right? You know what I mean? But, like, for, like, a trans woman, again, it's just, like, they either have to be, like, so passing that it's, like, you know, like... They have to be really, like, far into the passing zone for it to be like, okay, I could maybe get into this. And even then, it's like, fuck, dude, I don't know. Maybe part of the reason why I want to, like, I call myself bi, though, is just because I'm curious. Because I've never, like, done it with a woman. So maybe I'm just curious. And the moment, maybe you chat, this is a very real possibility, that, like, something happens and that actually goes down. And I realize, like, oh, fuck, no, I'm never again. Never again. Ever. Never. Full-on gay. Keep that woman and vagina away from me. Very possible, chat. Have you ever seen a woman naked? It might awaken something. I have seen a woman naked. It was funny enough, the first time was at Burning Man. I think the Burning Man was the first time I ever saw, like, a pussy. Like, a real-life one. Like, that wasn't, like, behind a screen. It was the first time. And I thought, wow, neat. That was great. Honestly, though, there was this one chick that was, like, fire spinning. She was doing, like, the thing with, like, the fire poles, and she was doing that, and it was really crazy. And she was, like, a 10 out of 10. Like, her body was, like... Everybody around her was just, like, looking at her, and, like, there was these fucking... assholes who kept pulling out their phones and trying to film her, and she kept, like, fucking flipping them off until some dude had to come over and, like, tell the guys to fuck off. It was awful. But, like, the whole time I was watching her, I was just, like, I was just so dysphoric. Like, I don't know if I could, like, I wasn't aroused at all. I was just pure dysphoric. I was like, oh my god. I wish I looked like that, but I don't. So I feel bad. Like, that was the only emotion. I was, like, the opposite of turned on. It is pretty rude, yeah. I mean, at Burning Man, there's a lot of people out filming and shit like that, which is understandable. But at Burning Man, there's naked people. There just is. And I think, generally, if you're at Burning Man and there's a naked person, don't film them. Don't film them. Especially if they're flipping you off while you're filming them. Don't stop, just put the fucking phone away. And the fact that like 2 or like 3 people started to do it, and it took some other guy to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, man? And he's like, what? What do I do? It's like, come on, what are you talking about? What? Why are you filming random like naked people? You envied her. I did, dude. She was like, she had the body I wish I had. And so it was very dysphoric. It was a very not fun experience. So I can't say that it was like, I can't say it was some sort of like awakening where I was like, oh, you know, it wasn't that. It was just more like, shouldn't be jealous of other women. I feel like, I think everybody is like, if you're someone who's feminine, every woman is jealous of other women. I feel like not one woman on this, I'm pretty sure even that chick has seen another woman before and thought, damn, I wish I looked like her. I mean, that's a human experience, I think. I think most men do that, right? Like, most men look at, like, a guy like Henry Cavill or some shit and think, damn, I wish I had abs like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not abnormal, I don't think. It was depressing, though. Because everybody else was like, man, she was so hot. Oh, fuck. I wish I could, like, I wish I took some pictures of that. And I was just like, oh, goddamn. You should have taken a photo or video so we could compare. Yeah, the thing that, like, this person, I should have filmed this naked person who very clearly did not want to be filmed. No, I'm not gonna film them. I'm not gonna film some naked person. Get out of here. Unless they want me to. Yeah, I'm like, I need to up my gains. Yeah, it's like, I mean, people do that at the gym all the time. It's pretty normal. I looked at women and wish I looked like them. That's how I knew I was trans. Many such cases. If homegirl didn't want to be recorded in a place where everybody has a phone, I don't know where she was thinking. I hear people talking about that, like, and bringing up that argument. But here's the thing: Burning Man is not about phones. It's not about filming. It's about being in the moment and being like free. If you start, I honestly wouldn't be mad if they banned phones from Burning Man, because like legitimately, it's fucking stupid. Like, you're ruining it for everybody. Next time that chick isn't gonna come and spin fucking fire sticks naked again because some asshole filmed her, right? You're ruining it for everybody. It's like, no, we're not just anywhere. We're at Burning Man. Have some goddamn respect for the fucking people that are around you, goddammit. Like, holy shit. Dumb enough to think a couple of weeks into the gym, cutting out the potato chips from it, then we'll look like Henry Cavill. Yeah. Just a couple months in the gym. Cut out the potato chips, it'll be fine. Yeah, I ban the phones or expect everyone else recording. I just hate that though, because like people aren't gonna do that anymore. It's such a fun experience to just be walking around in the middle of a desert and then just see a random like 10 out of 10 hot chick like spinning fire sticks around herself. And it was like crazy because like this other guy who was naked came out, and so there was this naked girl and this naked guy, and they were like they were doing this dance and they had these fire sticks, like they were twirling them around. I don't know if any of you have ever been to like a festival. They always have them at festivals, this fire sticks that they like spin, and it's really cool. And they're both doing it naked. It was honestly, it was a legitimately impressive performance, right? Like that was an impressive performance that I got to witness, and you just had to be there at the right, it's not even that you had to be at Burning Man, you had to just be at the right part of Burning Man at the right time. Amazing. But it's like, when people are like, yeah, but just expect to be filmed, I think it's dumb, right? Like, fuck that, man. Have some respect. Have some humanity, all right? For the rest of the people who want to see girls naked spin fire things in the middle of the desert, have some fucking respect so that the next guy can get some, right? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. You see anyone fucking in Burning Man? I didn't, but the people I was with said they saw people fucking on the ground, which is not uncommon, because if you don't know, Burning Man is essentially in a giant desert, right? It's in a big-ass desert, and the playa is, like, miles long. So there's, like, miles and miles of desert, and it's pitch black. All you can see are the lights. This is why when you go to Burning Man, you have to bring lights. Like, you can't just walk around Burning Man at night without any lights. You have to be, like, lit up. Because people are riding motorcycle, or not motorcycle, but they're riding bikes and shit, and, like, art cars and shit. And if they don't see you, they'll just fucking run into you. Because if you have no lights, you're invisible. Like, 100%. So what you can do is if you just really want to fuck in, like, an extremely public place, but you don't want anyone to see you, you can just go to Burning Man, and then just fuck on Playa. And there will be, like, literally hundreds of people around you, and not one of them will see you because it's pitch black. They will not be able to see you. It's extremely dangerous, though. Because, again, if, this place is being, like, art cars, like, big-ass art cars, which are basically just buses with sheet metal welded to them, are just driving around. And if they don't see you, they're just gonna run you the fuck over. So, it's, like, not probably a great idea to do that. But, you know, people do. People do. It's a common thing. She didn't burn his dick. Well, he was very talented. Both of them were very talented. It was actually really cool. Speaking from experience, no. I feel like fucking on playa dirt in the middle of the desert, the playa dust, I feel like would get into places that you don't want it to get into. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. If you go to Burning Man, you will be covered in playa dust. Like, covered in it, right? Like, head to toe. So if you're fucking on the ground and you're just like, listen, showers here, most people don't shower at Burning Man, like, very much. They have baby wipes, they don't take full showers. We got to take full showers because we had a trailer. But most people don't get to take full showers at Burning Man, okay? Most people are stanky, nasty, and gross, and already dirty with playa dust. So if you're gonna, you're at that point, and then you're gonna roll on the ground in the middle of the... You're gonna literally roll on the ground and fuck on the ground. You're gonna get, like, playa dust in your pussy. You're gonna get playa dust in your dick hole. You're gonna get playa dust in your ass crack. It's gonna be a bad time. It's just gonna be a bad fucking time. I will say, though, playa dust, especially when you're out in playa, is very soft. Like, it's very, very, very soft. Like, I remember, like... I was at, like, the temple burn or something, and I'm just like... no, I was at the main burn. I was, like, rolling around on the ground at the main burn. But, like, listen. At that point, I feel like it's more understandable. But, like, I don't know, fucking in the dirt? I don't know. To fuck at Burning Man in the dirt, you really gotta be either A, not able to wait to fuck, or B, be on LSD. Not so much LSD, but Molly. If you're on... LSD isn't gonna make you fuck, but Molly will. If you're on... That'll do it. That'll get you on the... Molly will get you on the ground real quick. I built a shower. Some people do. A lot of people do. The thing is, the water is kind of hard to get. And you either have to bring a fuck ton yourself or buy some from, like, the place. But there really isn't anywhere to buy it. You can buy ice, but I don't think you can buy water specifically. So you gotta be careful about, like, how much water you use and like, what you're doing with it. You can't just, like, waste water. And you're also not supposed to dump a bunch of water on the ground. So it's like, the whole deal is that you leave no trace. So you're not really supposed to dump, like, a shit ton of fucking, water on the ground. I have so many bruises on my legs, I literally don't know where they came from. That one, I know where that one came from. I know where that one came from, but I don't know where these ones came from. This one's my shot spot. I had people bring their own water to shower. Yeah, I mean, you can do that too. It just depends on, like, how you're getting there. Like, for me, I can't drive a van to Burning Man, so I can't bring, like, a van load of supplies. I have to fly in. And so if you're flying into Burning Man, it really just limits the amount of options you have. So there's just not that many. You flower outfit? Oh, thank you. We're like 2 minutes out from when he said that it was gonna be a nip slip, so I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. You know, trace other than 75 people stomping around the desert for days, sus? Well, no, literally, that's the thing. It's like, after the event, they literally have a team of people, and I'm thinking about actually, like, volunteering for this next time. But they have this group of people. Basically, they lock each other, like, they lock arms, and they walk the entire playa. So Burning Man, the borders of Burning Man are like one big like thing, It's like a shape, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's 43:37. You got like a minute. Anyway, it's like there's like a trash fence that like marks off the border, and the reason why that's there is that it catches any trash that blows away. And so at the end of the Burning Man event, literally like hundreds of volunteers lock arms and walk the entire like site, like the entire site, grid by grid, and like document how much like trash they find. And they pick up literally everything from wood chips to like candy wrappers to whatever. And so they Burning Man takes not leaving shit there like very seriously. Now outside of Burning Man it's not so good, but like in Burning Man, like the desert, the Playa Desert, I think you can probably tell that people like, you could probably tell that people are there every year, but it's not because there's trash. You don't like people teaching you, touching you? This is true. But, you know, I don't know if you're like locked arms, but like you essentially have a grid that you go grid. So like they map out the entire area by grids, like square meter grids, and every person has like a square meter that they take, and then they clean that square meter, and then they move on to the next, as the whole group does. So it's a very like elaborate process, but it's actually kind of cool. And they like give a bunch of stats about like what was left, what moop was left behind, which is like Burning Man lingo for trash. Most of it is wood chips, funnily enough. I don't know why specifically, but like 90% of what's left behind is wood. I don't know why, but they cleaned it up, so. It's funny because I never really expected you to be a burner. Yeah, me neither, but you know what? Shit happens. Literally, chat, I feel bad for not streaming yesterday because I'm literally gonna stream tonight and tomorrow, and then I have to go. We're going to like a regional Burning Man, so I'm gonna be gone for like a week. I'm gonna be gone for like a week after tomorrow, so I feel bad about missing like 2 days. My bad. But hey, listen, I was so tired yesterday, and like I was just so tired, and I finally got to sleep, and then like everybody decided to call me like in hour increments after I fell asleep. Just like I'd fall asleep, and then immediately get a phone call. And then I'd fall asleep, and then immediately get another phone call. And I'd fall asleep, and I'd immediately another phone call. And then Moogie wanted food in the middle of the night, so I had to get up and feed Moogie. I was a terrible night of sleep, chat. It's awful. It sure has a wild side. Listen, chat, I want to live a little. I think festivals are fun. I think it's a fun thing. I also think that, like, Burning Man itself is very unique. It's not like a normal festival. Like, the point isn't just to... Like, my perception of Burning Man was just a place where people did drugs in the desert, and that is kind of what it is, but it's also not, right? Like, it's more than that. Like, it's a specific thing. It's not like Coachella. It's not like another, like, you know, festival. It's such a the whole thing is basically an art installation in of itself, and that is cool. So if you appreciate art, I think you'll appreciate Burning Man. Even if you don't do drugs, like, you can still, like, I think Burning Man is an incredible experience with no drugs. I heard you were taking BP pics. Why the fuck is everybody talking about the BP, man? Someone sent me a message on BP, and it made me so sad that I, like, closed it and didn't look at it. And I was like, aw. At least Astra going to Burning Man, it breaks out her out of her shell. This is true. It does do that. That's why chat, we gotta make sure I can go again this year, so that I can continue to break out of my shell. Do you make a lot of friends at Burning Man? I mean, I don't know how many friends specifically I made, but I did meet like a lot of people and like hang out with a lot of people. I got this, it's back there, I could go grab it, but I got this super sick, like, lighter cozy. Here, you know what, fuck it, I'll go get it, chat. I've shown it on stream before, but it's so cool. Hold on. Seen a lighter cozy this cool before, chat? Look at this fucking lighter cozy, bro. This fucking lighter cozy. It was so cool. So, like, Astra has a lighter for her holster for her lighter. It is a holster for my lighter. But what's cool about it is that this is so cool. So one of the things at Burning Man is like giving. Like the whole point is you're supposed to go there and just like give people shit. And so when the burner was happening or right before it happened, there was some guy who like had a big bag and he would go up to you and be like, "All right, pick one." Just reach in, grab one, look at it, and if it doesn't speak to you, immediately put it back and grab another one. And so you'll grab like a couple of them, and they'll say like they have things written on them, like joy, or like wild or something like that, or it's just some random shit. And it's like whatever one speaks to you, that's the one you're supposed to take. And I grabbed this one and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, that's it. And he's like, yeah. I love this thing, dude. This is so fucking cool. It's like one of my favorite things I own now. I love it. It's so good. Read your own messages. You need a BP manager to do stuff like that. Yeah, I feel bad though, cause like I don't look at it very often, cause like I feel bad because I haven't looked at it, and so then I don't look at it more, and then people are like complaining about me not posting, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, tried my best. That's the worst part about BP, is that when people want you to post and you just feel like awful and like self-conscious and you don't want to post anything, but then you like people are like waiting on you to post, and it's like, oh, it's a commitment. Your blood sugar levels are okay. Sorry to be nosy. My blood sugar levels are fine. I don't know. I don't think it's my blood sugar. I checked my blood sugar this morning. It was like fine. It was like 108, which is a little high, to be honest with you, after not eating for like... I don't remember what fast I was on. But like, I'm on a pretty good fast right now. I haven't eaten since yesterday, so... I'm on a pretty good fast right now, but I had Mountain Dew, so it's like I can't really check my blood sugar, because it's probably not that... I did 5 years of Burning Man, and I enjoyed it. Damn, dude. I want to go back, dude. It's so fun. It's so fun. I really want to go back, but it just depends. It's so expensive, and it's so hard to get there, you know? If I had, like, any sort of, like, guaranteed income, I would fucking do it, but it's so hard. Hello, Felipeps. Felipesp 2003, hello. But I'm not uptight at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know, it was so fucking cool. And the fact that I got to go in, like, 2025, which was, like, you know, kind of a cool, like, year. Honestly, I will never be able to experience it that same way again. Like, that whole story of how that came to be and how everything, like, slotted into place there for me to go to that event. I mean, I still gotta finish that fucking video, which is, ugh. But, like, everything slotted into place so perfectly. And it was like, I could not have asked for a better experience. And there was no way I could ever experience something like that again. Like, if I go back to Burning Man, it will be a different experience. And that's, like, a good thing. But, fuck, dude. It was so crazy. The thing is, if I didn't go last year, I probably wouldn't have never have wanted to go. If I didn't go to Burning Man last year, I probably would have never gone. Specifically, because it would have been, like, that was the 1 year that I needed to go. I can drive there in less than a day. Aw, dude, you fucking lucky asshole. Maybe if I do go to Burning Man, can I send you, like, might be sketchy, but can I, like, send you money, and then you buy a bunch of supplies for us, and so we can, like, pick up some supplies? If only you had another consistent income stream. But it's hard to do that when you're self-conscious, Derek, alright? It's hard. It's not easy. It's not as easy as you guys think. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I don't know if I would want to live that close to Burning Man, but it is a fun experience. Live in Oregon, so it's not too far. Oh, that's not as close as I was thinking. But Oregon is closer. It depends on what part of Oregon you are in. If you're like in if you're in like the coastal part of Oregon, but like Burning Man, Black Rock Desert's actually fairly close to Oregon and like northeast, not northeast, Well, yeah, Northeast California. It's like close to like Southeast Oregon, Northeast California is where it's like really close to. The problem is like it's separated by a mountain, and so you really can't like you can't just go straight from like Burning Man up northwest into Oregon. There you have to like go back down to Reno and then like go cut over into like San Francisco and then up. A pics of your pussy for gold. I could chat. I don't know. I'm running out of time to buy tickets though, so I'm like getting nervous, chat. I'm hoping that I can get. I'm really hoping I can go to Burning Man. I'm really hoping. I should go over to Lakeview and then down into Nevada. No, Astra, but you're just very beautiful to me that all the time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But now I just gotta focus on like surviving. I think it's a week that I'm gonna be gone. I'm actually not that sure how long we're gonna be gone for, but I think it's gonna be a week. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time because we're going all the way up. I'm going to fucking Jamestown, Tennessee, bro. It's gonna be a fucking minute. I'm not looking forward to the drive, honestly. I'm really not looking forward to it. I probably won't have to drive past, like, Atlanta. So my plan is to, like, just drive up to Atlanta and then have BV drive in Atlanta because I hate driving in Atlanta and it's, like, super anxiety provoking and I don't like to do it. But then, so basically I'll drive up to Atlanta, let BV take the wheel from in Atlanta, and then I will, then we'll probably have them drive us all the way up, because we're, like, carpooling with our friends who are already in Atlanta, and then we'll go all the way up the rest of the way. But still, it's like, it's gonna be a long-ass drive, dude. It's fucking, Start in the morning, get there in the afternoon. What's your pronouns? I hate that question, man. My pronouns are whatever the fuck you want. Whatever you want to call me, man. I don't care. Whatever you want. Dumbass are my femboys. Dumbass are my femboys. No, dumbass are my pronouns. It's okay. Camped on the Esplanade every year I was there. I think if I go back, we'll be on the Esplanade. I'm not sure about that, but I think if we go back, the camp that BV is like talking to and like has like got us in with, I think it's that is, I think they're on Esplanade, which will be interesting because I've never slept on Esplanade. Esplanade seems like it'd be really loud at night. I feel like the Esplanade sleeping experience is gonna be one of not sleeping. But that's kind of fair because you're at Burning Man, so you know, who cares? We were at like 9:45 and F, some shit like that last time. So it was like we were like a good bit away from like a lot of the noise. So at least when we got out, we didn't get like, it wasn't super loud. All right, dumbass. You're getting it. You're getting it. There's a lot of camping areas, but not too far from Jamestown. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be, like, it's literally... I don't feel like it's... I can dox this, right? Because it's like, you're not gonna be able to get in unless you have a ticket. I already said the name of it, so it's like, no one's gonna... Anyway, it's, if I go to maps here... Here's someone on a boat outside. It's Atlanta. It's like... It's like over here. So it's like, hold on. That's the wrong one. What? Why? Why did my desktop break again? No! Why? Why did it break? Does that work? No. Damn. Fuck, I can't even show you guys my fucking Bullshit broke again. Of course it did. When is it ever not broken? But basically, no, it's like... just outside of Jamestown is a place called Allard. Allart? A-L-L-A-R-D-T. And then, like, right south of there is this, like, campground. The Catoosa Event Center, as it's called. And that's where it's at. This big-ass field in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. So hopefully, hopefully we don't get murdered. Hopefully it's alright. This is very pretty, though. I think this is a... Scuffed and loving it. Impressive outfit. Quite brave for a scuffed femboy, though. I know, and I'm super nervous about it. Though they said the nip slip would happen by now, and it hasn't. So I'm gonna take that as a win, and keep doing this because it makes me feel distinguished, and it also makes it so it doesn't. I'm not scared. Burning Man has security before getting in. Yeah, well, this isn't Burning Man. This is a It's a Burning Man. It is Burning Man, but it's a... So, Burning Man is a big festival that happens every year in the desert in Nevada, right? But there are regional Burning Man events, which are basically like mini Burning Mans that happen all around the country. There are like some in Florida, there's some in Atlanta. They're all over the country. They're all over the world, actually. There's some going on. There's like, they have some in Africa. They have them all over the world. But the one I'm going to is in Tennessee. So it won't be like Burning Man, like the proper Burning Man event is like 80,000 people. It's crazy. One of the things that that's interesting about Burning Man is the scale of it. Like, I swear to God, in the oh shit! Hey, thanks so much, Happy Fair. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $25, Savvy. Anyway, but yeah, so in Tennessee they probably burn an actual man. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, we had to start using wood effigies once the North won. We can't use real folk no more. But no. It's Burning Man is like, it's so crazy because like it's the middle of the desert, right? So everything is pitch black except for the lights. There's a sea of just neon lights everywhere. And it's like, I think that's one of the ways that Burning Man has changed over the years. I think when Burning Man first started, it was fire that you used to see a lot. But now it's like everyone's got LED lights. And it's, so you look out and there's just a sea of them. Like a never-ending sea of lights. It's incredible. But like, Burning Man has 80,000 people that go to it. So it's like, this one's not nearly as big. So it's gonna probably be a lot more cozy. I'm not sure how it's gonna be. I might be awful. I might get eaten alive by bugs, which I'm hoping not. I bought some tights, chat, for my outfit. I have that Gengar outfit I'm gonna bring, and I'm gonna try to wear. But I brought some, like, 250 denier, like, tights. Like, they're like, you know, they're like pantyhose, but they're, like, super thick. So hopefully it will help keep bugs off me, but also still be a little bit cool. Nipples aren't the issue. You're not allowed to show any underbust either. Am I showing the underbust? I feel like this is not under my bust, right? Because this is in between bust. What are the rules on in between bust? Alright, no. Okay, yeah. What are the rules on in between bust? Astra buys anti-mosquito tactical thigh highs. Checks out. I think we have bug spray. I think we have bug spray. Hope we have bug spray. It's gonna be miserable if we don't have bug spray. But anyway, but yeah, it'll be a fun. I'm hoping it will be fun. It might be miserable. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not, I'm not gonna, Mr. Bond. I know what you're saying, but I'm not gonna let that one through. That one's a little bit bad. They are bad. I'm not letting that one through. That one is, that's way too close. They need to find another name for those types of bugs, man. They really do. Is there music at this festival? Of course, dude. It's a Burning Man regional. There's, of course, gonna be music. There's, like, music gonna be playing, like, everywhere. don't know if there's any live performers. I'm assuming there's gonna be some live performances. Because there is at Burning Man. There's always live. I saw fucking Daft Punk at Burning Man, which was sick. But I don't know about this one. We'll see. It's gonna be really, really interesting. From what I hear, the regionals are a lot like how Burning Man used to feel. So people, old people who have been at going to Burning Man since the 90s are like, say that it's changed, right? Because Burning Man, it's always changed, right? But they say it's gotten way bigger and it's changed as it's grown. But like the regionals are supposed to feel like old Burning Man. They're supposed to feel like Burning Man in like 2003. So I'm interested to see how that actually feels. A place on Dale Hollow has them. I thought Burning Man was basically a community effort, so there's live music if people bring in live music. It is. It's the kind of a community effort, but it's also kind of not. It's regulated. It's not like a complete shit show of people just showing up into a field. It is regulated, so you can't just show up with like a band and play. I mean, you could probably figure out a way to do that, but it wouldn't be like a put on show. And then you also have to like talk to people about shit that you bring in. It's very like, you're not allowed to leave once you're in. So it's like once you're in, if you leave, you have to buy another ticket to get back in, sort of deal. So that's like, you're basically there. I mean, you can leave, but you're not getting back in if you do leave. Was that really Daft Punk? It was probably a cover of, like, it was like Daft Funk or something like that. Like a band that wears the same suits and everything and do that. But it might have actually been them. I don't know. Like, it legitimately, like, there's not a 0% chance that it was actually Daft Punk. And that little percentage of chance I hold on to. It still counts. The fact that I can't say that it was for sure not real Burning Man or real Daft Punk means that I'm gonna take it as it was real Daft Punk. Because everybody's like, oh, Daft Punk broke up, but they did a Fortnite concert like a week after. So it's like, was it real Burning Man? Was it real Daft Punk or was it fake Daft Punk? I don't know. The mask looked pretty fucking real, chat. The mask looked pretty fucking real, and it was sick. If people could take along an acoustic guitar and cajon, for example. Oh yeah, for sure, people could take guitars. Shit, I almost wonder if I should take my shit. I should bring my amp. My guitar amp. That'd be fun, actually. Near there, on the Kentucky-Tennessee border, yeah. You'd expect Daft Punk to say it wasn't them. Well, I don't know if... The thing is, like, they probably didn't, like, acknowledge it, right? I mean, I don't know. It might have been real Daft Punk, but... It was most likely it was like the not real Daft Punk, but listen, I don't care, man. It was real Daft Punk to me, okay? It was real Daft Punk to me. That whole story of how that happened, like legitimately, okay, for those who don't know how that story happened, right? I'm at Burning Man, okay? We're just hanging out and we're talking about what we want to do today, and then someone brings up Daft Punk and how Daft Punk is playing tonight. And we're all like, oh, Daft Punk's here? That's sick. Let's go see Daft Punk. And so we go and we look. And we're like... we're like looking for Daft Punk. Because there's no, like... They don't say where it is. It's just like you have to go find it. And so we're looking all around. We're going around the desert. We have this... We're lucky. We're like bougie. We had like a golf cart that we were driving around in. Looking for Daft Punk. And we get to this installation where there was like this... Like, it was a super cool, like... art installation where there's like birds made out of metal that you could like press a button and it would shoot fire out of its beak. It was awesome. But we asked the lady that was like attending that, like, hey, yo, you know where Daft Punk's playing? And she literally just laughed at us because it is like a running joke at Burning Man that Daft Punk is playing the Trash Fence. Daft Punk's at the Trash Fence, guys. You gotta go see Daft Punk at the Trash Fence. It's literally a meme. So she starts laughing at us, right? And we're like, ah. And so then once she tells us, we're all laughing with her because it's like, we got, right? But one of the people in our group was like not having it. They were like, nah, I know they're real. I'm going to find them right now. And we're like, well, okay. And so they go off, right? And they're on an electric bike and it dies out in the middle of the desert. So we found that bike again, but it was like lucky that we did. Anyway, we we go, so her fucking thing dies, and we go and we pick her up, and then we're all together again, and she's pissed at us, and everything's like, you know, everyone's like laughing, having a good time, and then we stumble upon, lo and behold, we literally stumble upon Daft Punk. We're just driving out, and all of a sudden we hear like Daft Punk music. Wait a minute, is that Daft Punk? And we find it is literally fucking Daft Punk. We got punked, bro. It like they had the masks, they had the fucking music. The dude had the mask, dude. I got so close to it. I was like, oh my god, it's Daft Punk. That series of events has to probably be my favorite like story of my life. That was so like. You could not have written that to be better. It was so good. It was like the most magical shit. Then you do it next to them, and the person who asks them to continue the fun. Exactly. If someone ever asks if Daft Punk is playing, I'm like, yeah, it's at the Trash Fans. Where at the Trash Fans? Just at the Trash Fans. Just go out there. Let's go take the 10-minute walk out to the Trash Fans, and just you're only to realize that Daft Punk is not played at the Trash Fans. Were they spouting around the world 96 times? I forget what the song specifically that they played. They might have played that one. But there was it was so fun. East Clay County, Tennessee, not Albany. Has to be said, Daft Punk is so heavily sequenced and electronic, it would be kind of tricky to tell if their performance was live or not. Yeah, it's honestly, I don't know how Daft Punk even plays live, because it's like, but it sounded like them, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I have like the videos on my computer somewhere, but it's literally like, fuck. I wonder. Hold on, can I find it? Do I have it? I have a whole bunch of shit. I don't know which one's this is the. I don't think you guys can hear this, right? No. Dude, it's like. Oh, wasn't that? Fuck. Hold on. Wait a minute, chat. It's basically random if I get the right one or not. Dude, ew. Burning Man is so cool, chat. If you've never been to Burning Man, go to Burning Man. It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick, chat. Wouldn't play it on stream. It was like a 2-second like video I have of it. It's not like a big video or anything. You were picking a band to impersonate. That would be an easy one. Yeah, no. I was thinking maybe Gorillaz could also be impersonated, because they're like a, you know, like a cartoon band, but you can't, really. Give me money to go to Burning Man. That's what I'm saying. That Disco, that's my line. That's my line, Disco. I'll be in Albany looking for femboys. Albany? Like New York? I don't think I don't know about I'm not gonna be in Albany, that's for sure. The only way to impersonate the Gorillaz is to heavily drag the audience, but would that be more... At that point, would you not just be the official Gorillaz for a period of time, right? Like, would that not be like a very Gorillaz thing to do? Or at least that, I feel like that would be a very, whatchamacallit, a very, what's the bassist names? It's not Mordecai, it's fucking something. OMG, these cartoons are real. It's like I'm Brain seen in the life of Brian. No, give me money to go to Burning Man. Murdoch, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's a very Murdoch thing to do. To like drug the entire audience to get them to have like hallucinations and shit. give me your wallet? No, you give me your wallet. You give me your wallet. Anyway, chat. Yeah, it was a fun. That was such a fun experience, man. I am looking forward to this, like, regional. So we'll see how it goes. Give me your bank account details. Well, my routing number is 631. Dude, I got, like, bit on my leg. I got, like, a bug bite. And I just scratched it like a dumbass. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Fuck. I'm literally not even there yet, chat, and I already have a bug bite. I'm off the shower while thinking about Astra using my golden shower like Burning Man. Fuck, dude. I pity the fool. Oh my god, now it itches. No. No, why did I itch it? Why did I scratch it? Why did I do that, chat? It was a mistake. It was a mistake! Put a drop of bleach on it? I don't have any bleach. I need like an ice cube to tape it on there or some shit. It was I, Astra. I cursed that itch. It was I, Astra. So wait a minute, you're Astra and I'm not, and you cursed me? Who's Astra? Who here is actually Astra? Oh, it was I, Astra, comma. I see. No, it was I, Astra. I see. Hey, you don't have bleach. I mean, what do you even use bleach for? Just like stains? Like the only use for bleach I can think of is like removing stains from clothes, and it's like I've never done that. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that. So I literally don't know what you use bleach for. It's like, as far as I know, I don't have any bleach. Which has sensitive skin. Curse you with more itch. Nah! Your English witchery is at it again. Purify water? Need to wear gloves? I don't know even, what do you even use bleach for? Like in pools I get it, right? But like, I don't have a pool. Even better mittens. What about gloves and mittens? Wait, there's two Astras. Wait a minute, there's two of them. Oh fuck, dude, now it actually itches so badly. No. I'm like, why is there a red mark on my leg? Let me scratch this for no reason, and then it's just like, and then you have to like resist the urge to scratch it because it's like, if you do scratch it, it's gonna like only itch worse, and so it's like, motherfucker. The curse worked? Yes, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you! Fuck you! Will not survive the apocalypse. Obviously not. If the apocalypse happened, I'd just be like, whoever wants my pussy can have it. You just have to be able to protect me. You have to protect me and give me an unlimited supply of Mountain Dew. Just blow on it? I can't blow on it. It's like on my leg. How am I supposed to get my mouth down there? I need some like ice, chat. I need to ice it. Here, let me go grab an ice cube. Hold on. I'm gonna grab an ice cube. Give me a second. I have like one ice cube left. And it's just a little fucker. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Give me that. Oh! Fuck. Ow. Should have hurt. There we go. Oh yeah. Ash has guns for the apocalypse. I do have guns. We'll trade guns and Bussy for protection. Yeah, itch now, you son of a bitch. Try itchy now. You haven't lived until you ate at a pink taco stand? What the fuck is a pink taco stand? Alright. Okay. There we go. There we go. I know the curse is broken. By one ice cube. It wasn't a very strong curse if it got broken by one ice cube. Gun and automotive proficiency. What is a pink taco stand? Is that like an innuendo for like a vagina? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Do you want to eat at my pink taco stand? So I don't have any pink tacos left. I only have a burrito. It's kind of small. Oh. Oh my god, it's so scary, chat. It's so scary. Oh, it's so scary. That was close. That was close. My leg still itches. Damn. Speaking of tacos, Taco John ain't here right now. I thought he was here earlier, wasn't he? No. Yeah, that's weird. It's not like Taco's required to be here every stream, but you know. Vaseline can help some bites, just like the ones that must not be named. Yes. Maybe I'll bring some. Maybe I'll bring some Vaseline for that specific reason. There's like some weird like stuff on that ice cube though. It was like the last ice cube I had. I turned my ice cube maker off and I guess it all melted. He was here. A boat full of femboys and chai bachas. What is a chai bacha? I like how there's two of them. You get like the little one that you can flip out and like the big one you can flip out. It's a good fidget toy. E-boy. 30% off? Oh, thank you, Disco. The 33 months. Yeah, this bug was just I don't even know where the fuck that just like happened like just now too. It's so annoying. He's just like I gotta get you warmed up for camping for a week. You temporary or worse permanently ban you could stream on Kick. And this is true, I could stream on Kick. I probably would stream on Kick rather than just not streaming, but I should probably, I want to try Kick again. I feel like I want to try streaming on Kick again. I don't know what kind of clientele are on Kick these days. I don't know if it's worth streaming on Kick, but it might be. Oh my god, I'm so tired, chat. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. You know, chat, before the stream was started, I was playing Slime Rancher. Because I haven't played, like, a video game in a while, and I just really wanted, like, a cozy video game to play. So I was playing Slime Rancher. And, I'm tired. Hello. And my computer got so hot. It literally was, like, hot to the touch. It was so hot. I didn't realize that, like, running Slime Rancher was gonna cook my computer that hard. Double down, stream on Kick, wearing a "Don't Bully Me, I'll Come" t-shirt. That is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. But then you get people in there, and then they'll start bullying me, and then they'll, like, when I don't come, they're gonna, like, complain. They're like, what? This is false advertising. They're gonna come in there and they're gonna bully me, and then instead of coming, I'm just gonna be sad, and they're gonna be like, this is false advertising. I got ripped off all my money back. It's actually so fucking funny. Want my money back. At that point, honestly, like, there are websites for that too, though, specifically. More tired than usual, even 2 days off. I've been tired, like, I've been tired, Chad. It's just like a thing. Not as tired as I was yesterday, but I was tired yesterday because I didn't sleep at all the day before that, so I was really tired yesterday. I was, like, trying, Chad. I was fighting to stay up, but I couldn't do it. I was trying so hard to stay up, but I crashed and burned. If you didn't come, sure. What are you saying? What are you saying? That, like, 100%? That's not my fetish. Okay, I don't like being bullied. That's not fun. I don't like bullying. That's not fun or hot. That is just mean and not called for. Sounds to me like a soft limit to me. It's like a soft limit? Dude, this is like it's just like the worst thing to say ever. It's like, so why did you force yourself on this poor woman? Seemed like a soft limit to me, if you're asking. If I'm being honest, kind of a soft limit. Seems like she was asking for it. Really. Jesus. That's awful. Bully you, but we do it out of love, not spite. This is true. You can tell the difference. When someone bullies because they genuinely just want to make you feel bad, it's like, usually they honestly, the funny thing is, the people who bully me out of love usually do a better job of it, like making me actually feel bad. Asher's no sissy. I'm not. I ain't no sissy. Asher's a cutie. Oh, thank you. I'm so hungry. It's probably more that I'm hungry. I need to get something to eat, chat. I'm either gonna go to McDonald's. I don't really have any I don't have anything left here. I got like ramen. That's it. It's like the only thing I can make is ramen. Do I really want to make ramen? I could. Buff tried and he got banned. Well, that was not me who banned him either. That was resident moderator. That was the moderator who shall not be named. That wasn't even me. Need Papa John's. I do need Papa John's, bro. I need Papa's John's. And I need Papa's John's. Nuggies? I might get Nuggies. I don't know. If I go to McDonald's, I might get Nuggies. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I feel like Nuggies are great, but I want something with cheese. Like, I find myself getting Nuggies, and then I get disappointed that I didn't get a Big Mac instead. She should be eating ramen, not ramen. What the fuck is ramen? You read that word wrong? Did I? If I were dating Astra, I'd probably walk around with her with my hand wrapped around the back of her neck. Wait. If I was dating Astra, I'd probably walk around with her with my hand wrapped around the back of her neck. I found out in high school that was my default way of walking with my girlfriend. That's crazy, bro. You walk around with your girlfriend like... What? That's not romantic at all. Why are you doing that? Come on, why are you just like hand holding this so sweet and romantic? Like, this is my dog. This is my bitch. Bark, bitch. It's so aggressive. Jeez. Jesus. The only time we actually got on Astra's nerves is when we rage baiting out, but newcomers don't know any Astra moves. My girlfriend gives me a piggyback. True romance. That is fair, yeah. The piggyback that is cute. that is funny. That is it does seem like kind of like sexual though, right? Like walking around with a chick by like carrying her by the neck. Like she's like looking at a purse or something and you're through a window and you're like, nope. Oh, you want that purse? Nope. Sorry, I bumped the mic. I mean, the closest cuddle bear has ever come to Riz. It was pretty good Riz though. It's pretty good Riz. I don't know how I would feel if someone walked with me with my neck, with their hand around my neck. I don't know how I would feel, chat. I don't know how I'd feel. It might be good. I don't know. It's not, but when I didn't do it, my girl would put my hand there, so I would. If I didn't, she thought something was wrong. I mean, if she was into it, fuck it. You feel lightheaded if they did it properly. Yeah, like you're squeezing as you're walking, like you're like her face is like turning blue and you're just like time for a walk. I mean, I feel like it could be sweet. It's not like I feel like the image in my head is very aggressive, but I feel like if it's kind of just like, you know, you're holding your hand there just kind of lightly, that's not so bad. In my head, I'm imagining like Darth Vader choking like, this is my woman. And she's just like someone did that, Asher would be like, harder, damn it. When people talk about ethics of public kink choking and someone out while walking down the street isn't what one normally thinks of. Yeah. Love is a battlefield. This is true. This is true. It is a battlefield. My boyfriend's so sweet. We walk everywhere together. Let's go. Oh, there's a cupcake stand over there. Let's go over here. Just like she's not even walking. You're just carrying her. Like, I like the idea. Like you're 3 times her size, and so you're just like walking normally with your hand out like this, and she's literally like, and people are like, what the fuck? I don't know why, but that's a very funny image in my head. Can love bloom on the battlefield? Can a flower bloom on the battlefield? I just had like a World War I ROM fanfic pop in my head of some like German wearing a gas mask and some poor Englishman having like a romantic affliction in the middle of no man's land. You know what I mean? Bombs going out and around them. 2 guys crawling in the middle of a burning man or no man's land. They're in the middle of Burning Man. They're in the middle of no man's land. Bombs are going off. Bullets flying overhead. And they're head down, and then they bump helmets, right? And they look up and they look each other in the eyes and they go. And then they just like make out. Like the guy takes off his gas mask and they start like, you know what I mean? And that's in the middle of World War One. Depends on the size of your weapon. So Astra, so a pink collar and a pink leash is no-go for you, Astra. Not in public. What? Dude, if you try to put a leash on me in public, best be ready to hold on, because I'm gonna start bucking. October. And Astra's talking about feeling attracted to a guy in a World War II casting us. I think she's projecting. I never said I was attracted to anybody. I just say I had this fan fiction pop up in my head of a steamy romantic lovers thing that happens. The two unlikely soldiers fall in love in the middle of no man's land. I think it's kind of an interesting story, chat. I like it. You know, you're like, the British guy's like, go up there, right, go up there, charge the German line, and don't turn back. And he's like, alrighty, sir, go, oh, and then, like, you know, there's, like, bombs going off all everywhere, so he, like, comes on the ground, and he's crawling, you know, but, like, he can't, like, look up, because he has to keep his head down, so he's, like, crawling like this, and so he's, like, he can't see what's in front of him, he's just crawling. And some guy on the German line is like, das weiter, und chargen bieten, charge, they wouldn't say charge, like, fuck, I don't know, I can't think of the word. Schnitzel, what? Schnitzel, what? German Hasen das, and then he goes out running, and he comes out in the middle of, and he has to do the same thing, and so now they're both crawling towards each other, and they don't know it because they can't pop their heads up enough, so they're like fully down, so they're charging each other with, like, the, you know, the German guy's got that little spike on the top of his head, and so he's Aufladung, and he's like, you know, they're both doing that, and all of a sudden the guy's spike, like, hits the British guy's, like, flat helmet, and they look up, and they share a moment. And for a moment, it's like the world, the bombshells around them are gone. And they notice that right in between them where they met is a little tiny daisy, and it's growing, chat. And it's growing, it's beautiful, and both of the men look at each other, and they immediately fall deeply in love. And they can no longer hold their feelings for each other at bay, and so they both strip in the middle of no man's land and start to viciously make out with each other and have sex in the middle of no man's land. I think I could turn this into a New York Times bestseller, chat. I think this is this is a real nugget of gold I found, I think. Truly a yaoi moment. And Astra leaves up the Germans Pickelhabe, and it eases it in while kissing the tongues. Germans Pickelhabe. Du liebst meine Schnitzel? Oh ja, ich liebst du Schnitzel. Ich habe groß Schnitzel. Lucky young Adolf has some tank grease. that chat, this is what you don't understand. This all comes together, right? Just when you think you've understood the concept of the story, little did you know that the German was Hitler. And the British guy was some random British guy, right? And they started making out. But then a stray bullet comes from the British side and kills the British soldier, and then that's what caused Hitler to go evil. That's what turned Hitler evil, is they killed his boyfriend. They killed his yaoi boyfriend in the middle of World War I, and that's what made Hitler evil. That it makes so much sense now, chat. This is no longer a headcanon fanfic of mine. This is a real event. This is a real canon life event of Hitler. Adolf had no balls. Well, that's why he was the bottom. Afladong would be charging. Loss would be charged. I think I need loss. Loss! But, you know. I'm only on, like, day 800 of Duolingo. You'd think I would have been able to do that. The British was young Winston Churchill. Yeah, in the middle of World War II negotiations, Churchill is talking with Hitler, and Hitler's like, I remember what you told me on that night, that you would never leave me. Now I'm going to invade Poland to spite you. No, don't invade Poland. Don't do that. I'm sorry, darling. Our love could never be. You must understand. What made Hitler evil was discovering Astra wasn't really British after they'd fucked. You're not actually. Oh ja, ich liebst du mein bisschen Englishman. Oh ja, ich lieb. Oh. Du Englisch nicht? Oh, mein Gott, schlecht. Du kommst aus Deutschland? Du kommst aus Frankreich? Oh, mein Gott, das ist disgusting. Das ist repulsive. Like the German English. Das ist repulsive. Twitch amazes me sometimes. It's fine with me talking about Astra and Hitler fucking, but then we're as worried about cuck chair. Roosevelt in the cuck chair. This is a great. I love this story, chat. I should upload this story to YouTube. I should clip this section of the stream and upload it to YouTube. It's actually kind of German. Well, maybe. That's actually so fucking funny. It's just like the idea of like, I feel like a rom-com yaoi fanfic of Hitler and Winston Churchill, it like kissing on the battlefield of like Dunkirk or some bullshit, is like the most 2026 thing that could ever exist. Roosevelt had his own personal cuck chair. He did have his own personal cuck chair. He had it specifically for watching Stalin and Churchill cucking him. It was a huge pineapple. It's been a billion years since you uploaded? Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. YouTube is hard, okay? It'd have to be World War I? Yeah, that's what I said. I always said this was World War I, chat. This is definitely World War I. I mean, it's, you know, it's a young Hitler. He's young, and he's still in his twink phase. What do you think Hitler in his twink phase looked like? Do you think Hitler... Hold on. Do you think Hitler made a good twink? Oh, he did not. He didn't, he wasn't really that good of a twink. He was, wait a minute, that's what he looked like? Oh my god, really? This is such a me with the boys picture. Can I show this on stream? Can I show this image on stream? Am I allowed to? The mustache ruins it? Well, he didn't have that mustache, like, initially, right, chat? Like, he didn't have it, like, at the beginning. Like, I'm looking at a picture of him right now. That doesn't even look like Hitler, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because he's got, like, it's like a normal, like, 1920s handlebar mustache. And he looks like just a normal-ass dude. Like, if you saw this picture, you wouldn't know it was Hitler. Better not risk it. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. But you wouldn't even know if it wasn't for the giant arrow pointing at him saying "Young Adolf Hitler." And then there's a little dog next to him that's just chilling, bro. This is just like, This is the most, like, me with the boys picture I've ever fucking seen in my life. You think those other guys he took pictures with are, like, regretting their decision to have that picture taken? Astra thirsting after young Hitler? I don't know about that, man. I don't know if I would say that. He has a kind of... He's got that 1920s phenotype. Showing pictures of Adolf Hitler are allowed, saying sussily nice stuff about him, or showing Nazi symbology? Okay, well, there's none of that. None of that going on here. None of that going on here. So I think I can show it. I think I can show it, chat. Look at this picture. It's hard as fuck to stunlock my girlfriend, and she's over here with her jaw wide open at this fucking conversation. Well, you never heard a conversation this in depth before. This is such a good conversation. But look at this, bro. Look at this dude. Right? Transform. Where's transform? Transform. There we go. Fit to screen. Look at this guy. This is just like me with the boys, you know? Me out, like, look at even the dog is just like chilling. Even the dog is just like, yo, what's up? What's good? Me with the boys, hanging out on the weekend, about to drink some brewskis. They're all just like, I've never seen such a picture of peak male bonding. It is so fucking good. And this is the guy. This is the dude. The guy on the right, that's the guy who, like, had extremely hot gay sex with young Winston Churchill in the middle of no man's land in World War One. This is the guy I'm talking about. This is the guy in the story. I'm gonna leave this image up so that eventually I forget that it's there and I'm go, what is this? Oh! It's Hitler. He's just typical Bali's German soldier. Just a typical Bali. He is kind of like your typical, like, World War One soldier. I would say he looks very typically World War One. That mustache really sells the World War One aspect of it. But you can't grow a stash. I mean, I could try. He's Austrian. He is Austrian. I think you're the first person who's gotten mad about, like, someone getting Hitler's birth of origin wrong, though. He's not German, he's Austrian, thank you. When did he move to Germany, though? Because Austria didn't exist. Like, Austria existed in World... So, wait a minute. Did Hitler fight for Germany in World War I, or did he fight for Austria? I'm German, so we were stupid to let him in. Yeah. There's a lot of silly Austrians who make themselves, like, appear like they're German. Isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger Austrian too? The Germans just have a bad rap of letting a different country, like, represent them. See, my ancestry, mostly German. Pure, mostly German. But not a single bit of Austrian. I don't have any Austrian in me. So I think I can say that I can separate myself from, you know, the bad mustache man, because I don't have it. I don't have Austrian in me. He is Austrian too. That's so funny. The Anschluss. Germany took over Austria in like 1935. Well, Austria broke apart like after the end of World War One. I don't think it was it Hitler who like officially broke up Austria-Hungarian Empire, but in World War One it was like the Central Powers, quote unquote. It was like Germany. I actually don't remember a lot of who was in that, but I know it was Germany and Austro-Hungary. Like, those were the two main players in the Central Powers. That's why they were called the Central Powers, right? So you had, like, Austro-Hungary fighting, like, the Russians to the west or the east, and then you had the Germans fighting the French to the west. But I'm sure there were Germans on all sides. But, like, if Hitler was Austrian, was he fighting on the side of Austria? The only reason why I care is because I have I don't have the German service weapon from World War One, but I do have the Austro-Hungarian service weapon from World War One. That means that there's a non-0% chance that Hitler used my gun. It's non-0% chance, chat. Hello, Puck. To be fair, if I knew Hitler like used my gun, I probably wouldn't keep it. I'd probably sell that shit. I don't really want to own a Hitler used weapon, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hello, Puck. Is this talk politics? I don't think so. This is autism history section. There's a difference between autistic history and oh my god. There's so much hair. Holy shit, Puck. There's so much hair. Hello. Hello. Alright, put that over there. Hello. That would be pretty cool, yeah. But if it was true and I could prove it, I would sell it 100%. Because, I mean, imagine how much I could sell that shit for. Imagine how much I could sell that shit for? My god. I do have a Mannlicher, an M95 that has a friendship windmill on it. But that windmill was put on it in the 90s to make it sell for more money. So, kind of wish they didn't do that. I wonder if I should have that removed, chat. Is it possible to have, like, a small wooden marking removed? Or would that, like, did it happen long enough? Is the 90s long enough removed that now it's kind of added to the history to it? So now it would be, like, taken away from the history of the gun to take away the marking, even though it wasn't a real World War II marking? It grows, chat. Just restamp it? Well, it's wood. I don't want to restamp it. I don't want to add anything new. I mean, it's a historical weapon, so it's like I want to keep it historical as best I can. Which is why I wish they didn't do it in the first place, because it's like keep it historical. You're permanently marking a historical artifact, and that's kind of pissed me off. But now it's like it's kind of a part of the history of the weapon. And there's kind of a neat history to why it's on there in the first place, so it's kind of adds to the history now. I don't know. At what point is it just like an annoying thing that somebody did to make it like sell for more money? And then at one point does it turn from that to being like, okay, yeah, but historically wise, it's kind of interesting. Is it? I don't know if it is though. Is that fan fiction again? Astra going on a man's land, no man's land. Who's the hunk coming from the other side? Who's that hunk coming from the other side that looks suspiciously like the guy on the right here? Who is it? Which is a Sharpie writes I love Jerusalem on that hairball and waits for nature to take its course. What? What? You think that if I just like see something that says I love Jerusalem on it, I'm gonna stick it up my ass? I hate how that's not even a political comment now, but it's like, I feel like it's such a political thing, but it's not. And that's the funny part is it's not political at all. Have you ever not? Well, to be fair, I've only ever had one thing that said I love Jerusalem on it, and it did get put up my ass. So, to be fair, you know, that's a 100% track record. You're not wrong. But I've only ever had one thing that said that. Okay, if I had two things that said that, and it wasn't phallic shaped, that I probably, even though to be fair, if it was phallic shaped, maybe, just for the memes. I should get like another phallic shaped I love Jerusalem thing, and then stick that up my ass so I can have a 100% track record for more than one item. That'd be funny. Should be the first item in Astra's merch shop. Dude, I've looked into buying like a bunch of them for like a merch line. But they don't, the only ones we found were like the same brand, but they were like Honolulu pens. And I still have some of those around. I don't know what happened to the original I Love Jerusalem pen. I genuinely don't know what happened to it. It's probably somewhere, but I don't fucking know where it is. I genuinely don't. Pitching? Okay. Do I have, I have a bayonet from World War II. I have a lot of bayonets from World War II, actually. I have a good couple of them. I have a Lee Enfield bayonet that I really want to get an actual Lee Enfield to put on, but I don't have a Lee Enfield. I have a bayonet for a Lee Enfield, but I don't have a Lee Enfield. I need a Lee Enfield Mark III. That's what I need. Just so bad, bro. Look at. There is not a 0% chance that the H-Man could have used this exact weapon. Even though it's fairly unlikely. But it's not impossible. It even has the Friendship Windmill stamped on the buttstock in a way that the Germans never actually did. So you know that it wasn't actually the Germans that did it. I do have the blocks that go into them. I do have some of those that have some authentic Friendship Windmills on them. Because the Germans did use that gun. But, you know. It's just a matter of practice, but... What? Spin? Oh, okay, hold on. You do need to realize you need to... You realize you need to seed capital to run merch operation. Also, the number of people who want to stick a pen that says I love Jerusalem on it approximately... if there is approximately 1... Yeah, I mean, yeah. I probably wouldn't make money off of a merch line right now. Dude, my leg still itches. It's very annoying. But look how the color on this looks. It's like very nice outfit. It is a nice outfit. If I wasn't so worried about slipping. Like a fucking superhero name? Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, it's H-Man. Da 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 da. The H-Man. His superpower is doing meth. Did you try this outfit before you changed your mind? I mean, I had this. I've worn this outfit before, but I should have tried to change my mind. Dude, my fucking bug bite. God damn it. The 2 cameras. This is definitely one you use if you want to show off the outfit's colors. Yes. Yes. You're extra hot when you wear dresses. Oh, thank you. Boobs. Boobs. What do you think? What do you think H-Man would say if he saw German descendants being turned into femboys? So again, my family was not in Germany by that time, so I guess he wouldn't have cared. Because like to him, I would have been an American at that point, right? Because my family was like there had already been like my family was already 2nd generation immigrants at that point, I think. H-Man's superpower is taking the coward's way out. Well, you can't discount his like drug use, dude. That guy was a tweaker. Legitimately, H-Man was a tweaker, like hardcore tweaking, like 24/7. Like the man was never sober. he was tweaking, bro. He was like, yeah, I gotta be honest with you. He like fucked that shit up. Like I feel like the Germans had a very good chance of winning that war, and he didn't. I don't think anyone could argue that, you know, the H-Man was a good strategic battle commander. Holy crap, I love your outfit. Oh, thank you. You know who's better than H-Man? G-Man. Have you seen the clip of him tweaking in the Olympics? Yeah, dude. He was legit tweaking in the Olympics. I thought one of the other reasons why he was tweaking at the Olympics is because, like, America had like African American athletes, and they were beating the German athletes, and he was not happy about it. Like I remember there being a story like about like some American guy who's like African American, and he like beat the shit out of the German like sprinters or some shit like that, and Hitler was not happy about it. He's not happy about it. But it's like that's one of the stories that makes me as an American go, hell yeah, fucking America, get fucked, bitch. Jesse Owens, yeah. Do you think Jesse Owens is related to Candace Owens? Oh, the irony. She's proud of her German heritage? I would say I'm proud of my German heritage. Partially because, again, my German heritage is not responsible for that part of German's history, okay? My family has, like, I don't have any ancestors that lived in Germany past the year 1900. Candace Owens is spinning as great as at Candace Owens. Are they actually related? That would be hilarious. What about Argentina? How are we not called the astronauts? That's what I call you guys. I don't know. That's what I call you guys. Argentina? Argentina's cool, but I don't know. There's people who say that he moved to Argentina, but there's this Mel Brooks song that's basically, it's called the Hitler rap. It is like one of my favorite things ever. And at the end of it, he basically says how he moved to Argentina. He took like a case of beers and a blonde, and he went to Argentina. I think that's a pretty funny song, and that song is allowed to exist because Mel Brooks is Jewish. So that I say that is probably my favorite song of all time. Thankfully, your ancestors could have done something so that World War II could have happened. What the fuck could they have done? They left Germany during like the Kaiser period, like where he was Wilhelm Kaiser, whatever his name was. He was around like the 1880s and the 1870s, right? Because like kicking ass, taking names. Because like before Germany became a thing, it was like the Holy Roman Empire, and it was a fragmentation of a bunch of different territories. And like in the 1800s, they all came together and formed Germany, which was a young country. And then this Kaiser guy basically wins a bunch of wars for them. He beats France. He beats like a bunch of other people. And then Germany was like a really big powerhouse was really starting to be like an industrial powerhouse in like the 1880s. But like that's when my family left, right? Like right around when like diesel was inventing the diesel engine and like that shit was happening. That is when my family left. So like what the fuck were we gonna do at that point? What could have my family done to change the course of history? The USA espousing freedom and having racism always has been a problem. I mean, I don't think racism is an American thing. I think that exists all over the world. If you'd stayed, Astra, you'd be president of Germany right now. Yeah, the 25-year-old me would be president of Germany right now. Astra's family didn't make a time machine to stop Hitler. Unsub. Well, they would have had to go in the future to stop Hitler, because they left like 60 years before he like did his thing. Saw the remains, and they used to say it was his burnt remains, but they were actually a woman's remains. Oh shit. Well, there was a woman with him that did the thing. Femboy German annexes Femboy Poland. I'm just in Germany and like, Adrian, I'm coming for you! I'm coming for you, Adrian! It'd be easier to meet with Finster and the like. It would be easy. I'm coming for you. I just actually remembered. Hold on, I want to make sure this is clear. I like racked it. I never checked to make sure that it was the snap cap, even though I know it's the snap cap because I didn't put ammo in this between the last time and this time. But you know, you just gotta check, right? I always do love it when, like, new people who don't know what a snap cap is, like, see me do this. Oh, fuck, the safety's on. And they, like, freak out because you're like, oh my god, you just loaded a gun. Or I'll do this, and then, you know, like, somebody's like, holy shit, there was a bullet in there? And it's like, no, it's just a snap cap. Lips doesn't call it. Astra shows stream her real caliber. Only the Soviets knows. Actually, Astra could actually invade America and make it great again. How would I invade America? I'm American. I can't invade my own country. It's called that's called like a revolution. And you think I'm gonna fucking lead that shit? You got another thing coming, bro. I'm not fucking going to war. Make America femboy again. I could be a German president. I could be the Weimar. I could, you know. Posted in Discord, Finn answering about Astra going to visit him. I think Finster said specifically that it was like, basically didn't Finster say what I said? That it was just tricky? I think someone mentioned that I could, like, stay in his house, and he was like, he had the very obvious reaction of being like, yeah, you know, I typically don't let people, like, just stay at my house, like, yeah, like, that is one thing. If I did go see him, I would have to pay for a hotel. Like, that's expensive. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, it would be, like, a lot of money, and, like, it would be a whole fucking spiel. I would love to do a collab with Finster, but, like, going and flying to England just to do a collab is, like, really expensive. You're using Vancouver, which, I don't know if that's much closer. That is a lot closer. It's still on the exact opposite side of the country. Or not even the country. It's on the exact opposite side of the continent. So it's, like, as far away as you can be and still be on North America is where Vancouver is to me. But I have actually been there before. So it's, like, Vancouver is, like, the only place outside of America I've ever been to, so that's a fun fact about me. If you're afraid to touch grass, you won't overrule the government. Yeah, no, I'm not fucking doing that shit, dude. Not fucking doing that shit. Imagine someone being prepared to let Pyrocynical stay, but not you. Damn, that does hurt, actually. Now that I think about it, damn. That does actually hurt. That hurts. That, you let... Finster would have Pyrocynical stay at Finster's house, but not me. That's fucked up. That's fucked. Understandable, but fucked up. I'm back from Dindin. You were looking marvelous. Oh, thank you. I've been to Disney. That's pretty much another country, basically. Hold on. I can't even show this on screen because it literally, the desktop does not work right now. But I can like, you can hear it, I think.
Get a hold of and do a collab with Astra. I'd love to do a collab with Astra, but Astra's in America, I think. And I don't want to go there because it's terrifying.
It's not that scary. Like, what? It's terrifying. What? Like, you think someone as, like, weak and vulnerable looking as me would survive in a place that's scary? Come on.
No. Runa is wee. Runa's a little bit small, I think. Don't tell her I said that. My god. Canada event then. Yeah. I mean, as long as Astra, like, shows me how to shoot an AK-47, what is that? That's 7.62, right? You know? Astra 7.62, Astra 7.63. I think that's what that's from. If she hasn't shot an AK, then I'm gonna get her to rename herself.
Is the host in the room with you now?
I just gotta point out, the fact that Finster even thought that I didn't have an AK is disgraceful. Come on. Come on. You think I don't have an AK? I have, like, 3 of them. Actually, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have at least 4 of them, okay? But you can't shoot them in... If we did a collab in Canada, we could not shoot an AK in Canada. I cannot teach Finster to shoot an AK-47 in Canada is not legal. Because Canada hates AKs for some reason. So, like, the platform of AK-47 is just illegal in Canada. So it's like, there's gonna be no AK shooting in Canada. Florida women. Astra guns versus Finster knives. It's like literally bringing a knife to a gunfight, what? Show on stream right now? Okay, hold on. If you want to get a clip to show Finster, then hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Like, do I have an AK? Do I have an AK? Do I have an AK? Do I? I don't know. Do I have an AK? Do I? I don't know. Kind of looks like an AK. I don't know. This is not an AK, actually, it's like a little. Do I have an AK? I'm not sure. Maybe just a little one. So much, dude. Oh shit. There's ammo in this. I just really... There we go. I looked in there, I was like, oh shit, there's ammo. Sorry, the British mind cannot comprehend the American with a gun. This one's so good. I love this one. The shotgun AK. The only way Finn gets to shoot a shotgun AK is if Finn comes to the US, but I think Finster's banned. It's probably not gonna happen. Would love to have a visit the US, but nowadays I'd fear for my life. I think that's just fear mongering though. I don't think there's any reason to be afraid. That's a Saiga. It's not a Saiga Bird Scout. It's a Vepr 12. It's literally better than a Saiga. It's like if you took a Saiga and made it better. That's what that is. Is a Vepr. Those are shit. Those are just airsoft. Yeah, that's just airsoft. You know how I showed you the magazine? That was just airsoft. The 200 largest cities in the U.S., 180 have a homicide rate higher than London. Yeah, but like, guns are banned in most of those cities. The funny thing is about most of those statistics is the guns are banned in most of those cities. Like Chicago, you can't have a gun in Chicago. That shit is fire, by the way. I'm not talking about the gun, but a gun guy, more of a bun guy now. Permanently intelligible and wasn't able to secure a waiver. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Finn is banned from the United States. They can't handle him, but you can't handle the Finster. But yeah, it does kind of suck because like there's no way that I can shoot an AK with Finster unless he comes to the US. So, because it's like if we go to Canada, you can rent guns in Canada, and there are guns that we could shoot in Canada, but not an AK. Those are banned in Canada. But in Florida, the good old Florida in the US of A, goddamn right. Do I have an AK, Lamau? Made no sense, Astra? What? What didn't make any sense? I know someone who fires AKs in the UK. My first... Okay. I don't know if this is appropriate. But you said, like, I know someone who fires an AK in the UK. Like, what? Who? Terrorists? That's the only people I can think of. What? You can't have an AK-47 in the UK? Get out of here. Yeah, like, if someone's shooting an AK-47 in the UK, they're definitely, like, a terrorist. They work for the ballistics department and home forensic research lab. But that's not their AK, though, then. And that's a very unique situation. Like, that's a very unique person who can have access to that kind of firearms. Because let me tell you, bro, they do not like you having fire. This is about the extent of what you can get in England. And this is like really, really hard to get in England. Like, you're really going to have a hard time getting one of these. But this is like the minimum or the maximum you can get. Something like this, you're never, ever going to get access to this in England. Okay, I'm trying to put it back without, like, doing a nip slip. Okay, there we go. And to think I started this whole possible mashup. Oh, you need a hella permits just for hunting rifles. I mean, even then, it's, like, really hard to get it. You have to, like, prove that you have a reason to buy it. You have to, like, do a whole bunch of shit, and there's, like, it's a pain in the ass. You can get a rifle in the UK with a background check and a legitimate reason. But not any rifle. There's very specific rules about which rifle you can get. Historical rifles, like the Mannlicher I had before, is, you could actually get that fairly easily. I mean, not easily, but you could get one of those in England. As, like, historical rifles, like Lee Enfields, and stuff like that. As far as I'm pretty sure you can actually get those. But anything that's, like, not single shot is really hard to get access to. Anything like specific semi-automatics is specifically really hard to get access to. Handguns in particular are really, really hard to get access to. You're not going to get a handgun really at all. And in order to get that there's like 3 tiers of guns in England, and the bottom one is the only one that most normal people are going to be able to get. And the only things included in that bottom tier are like historical weapons, like a Lee Enfield or some shit like that, or like a break action shotgun. England has a pretty active sport shooting like scene. Like they do a lot of sport shooting in England. And so in England they have these break action shotguns which are gorgeous. They put a lot of money into because that's all people can buy there. You can only buy a sport shooting clay or a sport shooting shotgun. Right? And so if you want to get that in England though, you have to like get a permit, and then you have to like apply for that permit, and you have to like basically you can't just apply for the permit and get it. You have to get a really extensive background check done, and then you also have to like prove that you have a legitimate reason to own the gun. And the legitimate reason can be that just because you want to go sport shooting or sport like clay shooting, but like you have to have a reason. And it's like depending on where you are and like what you're doing, there's like limits to that. Like if you're living in London, it's going to be harder to get a shotgun. It's basically near impossible to get a shotgun compared to if you live out in the sticks where you have like a reason to hunt, like actually own a shotgun. Similar in Japan, actually, they have gun stores in Japan, but it's mostly for farmers who need the shotgun to, clear like pests off their land and shit like that. More sport shooting is actually up in Scotland where the population density is lower. Yeah, but you can get it. You can get them. It's just really, really hard. I'm pretty sure, like, something like this, which is a 6-shot revolver, you know what I mean? Actually, wait a minute. Oh, no, yeah, 6-shot. I thought it was 7 for a second. But this one, like, I don't think you can get this in England, because it's a short-barreled 6-shot revolver, where all you have to do is pull the trigger 6 times, and it goes bang 6 times. The British government does not like that, as it turns out. They don't even like you having a knife. Oh, is that a knife you got there? Oh, my God. So, is that you got a license for that knife? I think there are more farmers with guns for pest control than sports shooters, though. I'm not sure. I mean, I'd believe it. But again, it's just not easy. It's like a specialty piece of farm equipment in the UK. You're just never gonna... Your average UK citizen is never gonna touch a firearm in their whole life. Only in the USA do we have more guns than people. Yeah, that's a USA thing. And honestly, based. I wouldn't have it any other way. People don't like guns. I like guns. I think they're cool. And I also don't want to live... I don't think guns equals unsafe. I think that's a bad... I think that, like... I would feel more scared walking through London at night than I would walking through Orlando at night. And I think that's a fair statement to make. I think it's a fair statement. And part of that reason is because if I gotta go drive through, like, South Orlando in the middle of the night, because let's say I just gotta take a trip to Gatorland, and now it's nighttime, and I'm in the same area for some reason, I can carry a gun. Like, I'm not scared because I have a gun. You know what I mean? But, and even if I didn't have a gun, though, I do think that, like, the America's scary thing is kind of overstated. I don't think America's any more dangerous than any other place in the world. Especially not, like, Europe. Like, if you look at, like, the crime statistics for Europe and compare it to the U.S., it's like the U.S. has a higher crime statistic, like, per one country because we are the size of Europe. Like, people in Europe forget that. You gotta, like, lump in the crime statistics for all of Europe if you're gonna compare it to the United States. Because the United States is the size of Europe. I mean, like, Chicago is so far away from where I'm currently at. Orlando's homicide rate is 3 times London's. Yeah, I don't know. I'd still feel safer. Honestly, I'd still feel safer. I'd feel safer with the alligators. New York City's actually hilariously safe. Now you try going to East St. Louis. What is Chicago's homicide rate? Or what is East St. Louis's homicide rate compared to London? That's gonna be bad, actually. That's gonna be really bad. Per year per 100,000 people? I don't know. I don't like your statistics, so I'm gonna choose to ignore them. Now, I genuinely do feel like that, though. Like, I think that, generally speaking, like, especially in London nowadays, where, like, all the cops are too, like, pussy to do anything, so they don't actually do anything. In the U.S., the cops will fuck your shit up, bro. They will fuck you up. And they will do it, and they will be corrupt about it, and they're awful. Honestly, I'm more scared of the cops here than anything. My extended family lives in St. Louis. I think Taylor exaggerates a bit. Yeah, he might. But still, it's like, it's one of, like, Memphis, Tennessee, East St. Louis, Chicago are, like, some of the most dangerous cities in America. I was just trying to get my army of gators. I don't know. I tend to feel that, like... I think especially, like, people who think, like, it's dangerous to be in the U.S. I don't think it's more dangerous in the U.S. now than it was 2 decades ago. Like, I think there's a sentiment online that, like, the U.S. is dangerous to be in. Like, right now, like, it's... within the past 10 years, America has gotten, like, extreme... like, a lot more dangerous than it used to be, but that's just not true. I just feel like that's very... I don't feel unsafe living in America. Even as, like, a trans person. And people will always, like, I can't believe that you live in Florida with your trans. It's not that bad. Like, it's seriously... if you think it's that bad, you're probably, like, listening to someone online tell you how bad it is and are just, like, downloading that opinion. Because it's not that bad. Listen, on the ground, Femboy reports, not that bad. I felt pretty safe in Florida regardless. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's genuinely not that scary. Like, Disco, would you feel safer walking around London at night or walking around Orlando? Now, because you've been in both, so now you know, you have a point of reference. Disco, what do you say? New York's POCs can be rather socially conservative. What statistic are you pulling that from? Because the one I found, Orlando's violence rate against London's murder rate, which is very differently. Orlando's violence rate against London's murder rate, which is very different. What? It's like the violence rate? What statistics are we talking about specifically? Because I I don't believe that London is less dangerous than Orlando. I mean, I know Orlando's kind of shit, especially like South Orlando when you get in the ghetto. When you get in the ghetto of any country or in any city, obviously it's gonna be like shit. And there's obviously gang related activity that you have to account for when you're talking about like homicide rates. Like gang activity makes like a good chunk of homicide rates. But like especially like as someone who's not in a gang, I don't feel unsafe going down to Orlando. You know what I mean? Like maybe I wouldn't feel safe in certain neighborhoods in Orlando, but I feel like there's certain neighborhoods in fucking England. I do think homicide rates are probably not the greatest statistic to use, because again, there's like a lot of like gangs and shit. Aggravated assault. Okay, arson, motor vehicle theft. Okay, this is for Orlando, right? This is also Wikipedia, which is obviously not. Oh, this is just the United States as a whole. That's dumb. How are you gonna use the United States? Hold on. ChatGPT. Oh, Grok. What is London more or less safe to walk around in at night versus London? I would argue it's London, because London's bigger, and usually the bigger city is like more dangerous at night. Oh, fuck. There we go. I confused Grok for a second. Cute keyboard? Oh, thank you. It's new. It doesn't have the ahigaho on it. Because you were saying the U.S. hadn't gotten more dangerous outside of the past decade? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just speaking. I don't know what Wikipedia says, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. It doesn't feel more dangerous. I'm gonna be honest. From my own experience, it does not feel more dangerous. And it's like, listen, I am the victim phenotype, right? I look like a victim. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's bad. I think if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna avoid America because it's too dangerous, I think that's a silly mentality. It's silly. I think it's a little bit silly. Wikipedia is the CIA. Who isn't the CIA though? You mean London, UK versus Orlando? Walking around at night, I'd give a slight edge to London, especially in the busy central area that stay active in the late evening. London is much more walkable at night. Orlando is very car-orientated. Crime risks differ. London has a lot more concerns about pickpocketing, phone snatching, and street crime, while Orlando tends to have more high rates of violent crime and property crime in certain neighborhoods. Perception surveys show that people feel somewhat safer walking alone. Perception surveys show people feel somewhat safer walking alone at night in Orlando than at London. Well, you hear that? You heard that right, chat. I cherry-picked the specific part of what Grok said that aligned with my argument, so that must mean it's true, right? For real talk, I'm kind of iffy about travel. I look foreign and do not want ice bothering me. That's just not gonna happen though. Like, the ice isn't out there like literally going like, it's not like the Gestapo. It's not like trying to go to like, you're not in Germany in 1939 like as a gay person. You're not gonna get hit, like knocked on your hotel room door and go like, papers please. That doesn't happen. Like, they know who they're going for. Like, if you're an immigrant that's like, if you got approved to be here, they're not gonna just show up and like question you because like the way you look. Unless you're like already in like the house of somebody that they were targeting. Insert Orange Blossom Trail joke here. Walking around alone in country is much better than alone in the city. That's true. I mean, that's very true. Like, where I live specifically, which is not that far away from Orlando, is I don't feel unsafe at all walking around where I live. But I also live like near exclusively old people, so they're all asleep like 30 minutes ago anyway. A lot of crime in Orlando is daylight robbery by the Disney Corporation. Of course. Yes, that is... Oh, if you're counting that, well then, okay. If the danger is being scammed by Disney, then alright. You got me there, buddy. You got me there. You got me there. Correct didn't account for you hardly going outside and only go to Walmart and McDonald's. I don't know. I generally feel like it's not that unsafe, and I feel like especially for like trans people, it just depends on where you go though, and that's like for everywhere. Like there are parts of England where I probably wouldn't feel safe going. I mean, England is Turf Island after all, right? I do feel like there would probably be more people in England who would not appreciate my femboyness than in Florida. You gotta remember, Florida's a melting pot. There's so many people here in Florida that people generally don't care if you're a little weird. Like seeing a weird person in Florida is not weird, to the point where if you see a normal person in Florida, it's almost weird because it's like everybody else is a little weird, right? Because it's just Florida, right? It's something in the water here. I don't know what it is, but so like if I would have went to England, I would feel like I would feel more out of place. You know what I mean? I'd feel like those turfs. I feel like J.K. Rowling would be hiding around in like in a bush somewhere, ready to like jump me or some shit. I'd just be worried about like J.K. Rowling every like time I turned the corner. When it comes to the treatment of immigrants, I feel there is a tension in current administration between Stephen Miller and humans. I think there's obviously, like, if you're an illegal immigrant, then there's obviously the problems. But if you're on vacation, I don't think they're gonna care. Would you actually go outside if you were to get steady stash of Mountain Dew and McDonald's delivered to your doorstep? Probably not. I mean, I haven't been outside in like a week, chat. A lot of people talk shit about Florida just because they of Florida man shit, and they know nothing about Florida. This is true. I like Florida man stories, but people do tend to like see Florida man stories and just think that all of Florida is like some crazy like crack-filled swamp, which it kind of is, but it's not that bad. It's endearing. It's like it's a crack-filled swamp in an endearing way, not a scary way. First off, Scotland is in Rowling is in Scotland, not in England. Well, listen, dude. Scotland is in the UK. It's all the same shit. Like, it might as well be. Astra's living the FPS Kyle life already. There are plenty of bits of the UK where you would be welcomed with open arms, even if you didn't pass. Yeah, but that's the same thing can be said about America. Like, there's plenty of places in America like that. In Florida, there's plenty of places like that. All of my coworkers are illegal. Well, then maybe they should be worried, but I don't know. Like, obviously, like, if you're an illegal immigrant, like, that's one thing, right? You'd be worried about, like, getting confronted by ICE, but ICE doesn't go around, like, if you're a foreigner and you come to the United States and you look Hispanic or some shit, and you're vacationing in the United States, no one's gonna look at you weird because there are so many Hispanics here in America anyway. Like, no one's gonna think you're even a foreigner, and ICE isn't gonna walk up to you and be like, "Papers, please." ICE does targeted raids on people they know are illegal and in the country illegally. They don't fucking just patrol the streets and going, "Hey, you look a little dark." That's, like, it's just, that's not happen. That just doesn't happen. I don't know how to say it, but that shit doesn't happen. That was a little sus. I probably shouldn't have said that. It was funny though. Like I say, the tension between Stephen Miller and humans. J.K. Rowling and her fan wants everyone to believe all trans women are big hairy men who just want to be grapists. Yes. This is the J.K. Rowling way. I mean, it's Turf Island, man. What do you expect? It's Turf Island. You have no problem with deporting illegal immigrants? Well, I mean, there is, you know, okay, listen, we're just like politics. We're in politics now. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna say anything else. We're just in politics. Get out of here. We're done. I'm not, no, not doing it. I already fucked up. This is my fault, but I'm not doing it. I'm not, this isn't your fault, Trace. This is my fault. I'm not blaming you. Anger over immigration is the reason you got Trump. I mean, that is true, though. That is very true. I mean, if it wasn't for the immigration problem, he would not have gotten elected. But see, this is what I do, chat. I say no more politics, and then I say something political. It's my fault. I bring it upon myself, chat. This is my fault. I have a problem. I need to go to Politics Anonymous. Hi, my name is Astra, and I talked about politics last stream. Do you want to talk like the trans and paperwork thing is real? I resonate with obnoxious process. The trans and paperwork thing is real? What? What trans and paperwork thing? You gotta navigate a hard thing. I was able to do it, swap all my documents, and did it take a while, but you gotta be on top of it. Oh, you mean for like your like gender markers. I never cared about gender markers. I mean, maybe that's something that's different for me, but like what it says on my license plate, I don't give a shit. I look at my license like once a month at maybe. Like it stays in my wallet, and I pull it out when I need to buy alcohol, or whenever I need to show ID. But like I rarely ever pull that thing out. Like, and I don't care if it says M on it. Like it doesn't like make me dysphoric. Watching naked women in the desert spin fire sticks makes me dysphoric. Why, like, handing a person my license that has an M on it and my dead name, I don't really care. Like, if you're illegal, it can be hard to process, but you gotta do it. Like, I'm trans and like I like swapped all my stuff. You just gotta do it. Why though? Why does it matter? Like, who cares? Like, what it says on your fucking. Who cares what it says on your fucking like driver's license? I never understood that. I just never did. It's like, why? I've been asked for my ID in Florida all the time. I doubt you show your ID to get alcohol because you look so young. What? You doubt I show my ID? I'm biting my tongue metaphorically. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like single you out, Tracy. Everybody's talking about politics. And no more politics. In fact, actually, I gotta go get something to eat. Actually, I'm just going on the stream. I gotta go find something to eat. As if you're an illegal immigrant. I'm saying it's a hard process, and I get it because I'm trans and I've had paperwork. Yeah, I mean that's fair. If it's like, I do think it should. I think it's probably too hard for people to get into their citizenship legally. There's something to be said about that it can take like 10 years to get in the country legally, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. So I don't really care. You really make my blood boil, and it's boiling right now. I'm sorry, Taco. I'm sorry that I made you. I didn't listen. Whatever made you angry, it was a joke. I didn't mean it. Oh, good morning, Sistra. You came right in time for me to end my stream, Sistra. Required to check ID for alcohol purchases. It's rare for you not to get carded these days. Very true, yeah. But whenever I don't get carded, I feel like old. I feel like, oh. Oh, shit. Fit check? Alright, I'll do a fit check and then I'll end the stream. I just got my CA driver's license. It's a much wimpier card than the New York one. Okay. Anyway. Okay. 2.5 hours and no nip slip. You're goddamn right. Anyway, chat. Thank you everybody for watching. I will be live again tomorrow, but again, I'm going to Tennessee in like after that, so it's gonna be a little bit after that. But tomorrow, I will be live again tomorrow. So thank you everybody for watching. I'll be later. I'll be live again later. Come on!